Oh, wait, tap for sound. There we go.
And when the action begins, our referee in charge, William Bookwalter. Bill Bookwalter will call the shots.
Here I stand, innocent and lost, broken limbs, prove that I am guilty by dissociation, on an accessory. Guilty by dissociation, on an accessory.
ChkM8 MMA.
Hey, Fight Show, episode 86, back live on the interwebs with Sideways Bill Bookwalter, Anthony Dill,
He's sideways, but
And
the
our-
wrong sideways.
and the homie. You haven't seen him in a while. He's been, you know what they say, motherfuckers go quiet, fall off the map, they're making moves. Pagan back there living life and training. And of course, as soon as I say his name, he goes black. Somebody probably called him. Hold on. He's muted. Bill, you're still okay. At least you're the right way up now, Bill. We'll take what we can get. And you're muted for some reason. Hit it up. Hit on mute. There we go. You're good.
There we go.
Right there.
If you could
Everybody's
see the
good.
amateur setup that I had going on here, there's a can opener holding the phone upright. There's Corona bottles, limes, a knife. I am not.
I have an Aquaphor bottle holding my phone up, so I'm on the same page.
Yeah, I got the tripod and the thing. Dill, of course, probably has the most expensive setup right from his luxury penthouse in, somewhere in the outskirts of Philadelphia.
This setup definitely matches the background.
Yeah, he's bougie. He's the bougiest guy with a face tattoo you ever meet in your life. How's everybody's week's been? Wednesday,
Excellent.
Halfway through the week, it's good so far.
halfway through it.
Yeah.
Bill, you living,
back
Bill?
on daylights.
Yeah.
Back on daylights. Very happy about that.
Yeah, if you guys, for those tuning in, when you don't see Bill, Bill's working. So it's not like Bill's off. Most of the time, if you don't see Bill at nighttime, Bill's working. Sometimes he does jet off to exotic locales and attend various music festivals, indoor concerts, indoor sporting events in the great city of Philadelphia.
I get around.
Bill does get around like a $3 hooker. And bro, we ain't seen you in a minute. Why don't you catch everybody up? What you've been doing, what's been going on, and then I'll kick it over to Mr. Bookwalter here. And
Yeah,
Mr.
man,
Bill for some questions.
Ever since we got the dub in March, I think we spoke a couple weeks before my fight in March. Got the win in the way I said, and the way we spoke about it was gonna go down. Then took a nice long break. Went on vacation with my beautiful girlfriend. Had a good time with that, and then just had to give time to heal the hand. You know, I had a nasty, almost complete break on my hand on the fourth. I don't know what they call it, but like this finger here, right here, was about 1 millimeter from being a complete break. So we had to be in a cast for 6 to 10 weeks, and then spend another 2 months just rehabbing and doing physical therapy to make sure if I do step in the squared circle again, that I won't break it on the first hit. So yeah, just taking time off and not rushing anything. Training, staying active, staying in shape. Recently tried to get on we were close to getting on the Newark card, matchmaking stuff. The commission was very strict about the fighting last second, so we ended up not being able to get on the card due to matchmaking stuff, and politics, I guess. But yeah, now we're training right now. Think might be fighting in January, making my MMA debut, or maybe be on the bare knuckle card in February at the Xfinity Mobile. I think, is it Xfinity Mobile Center or is it Xfinity Live? What's the new name? Wells Fargo. I'm gonna keep calling it Wells Fargo.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, I
Whatever.
don't. But yeah, it's been about it, man. Just staying active.
Yeah, I'll kick it over to Bill. Bill, you were there. You watched him with that win in March, I do believe. Correct? You were not at the 23.
Wait, Tony, you were at the 2300 because I've been to the Wells Fargo in the 2300, and dude, I got bad memory. Too many hits to the head.
It was the 2300 show. It was the 2300 show.
Okay. Yeah. No, I was second row in there, man. That was a good show. Is that yeah, I guess I'll just kick it off now. All right, same thing to Anthony Dill as last week. Put your thinking cap on, get some questions in the works while I take it up here with Tony first. Where you training at these days, Tony?
I'm training at still same place, Underground Kings with Eddie Alvarez. In Newtown. We're still training there. We're getting more people in and out with some sparring, getting some good wrestlers. Just same spot. Been training at all year.
Is that a friend of the show, Johnny Garbarino? Is he out there a lot? I see him putting some footage up with Eddie Alvarez here and there. Does
Yeah,
he train with you guys
Gar.
full time?
Yeah, not full time. Whenever we have anything at the gym where we're bringing guys from the city of Philadelphia and we're bringing guys from Jersey. Whenever there's like a lot going on, we always bring Garb. I think the last time he was there when we had Corey
Okay,
Sandhagen do a seminar, Garb was out
gotcha.
there too. But yeah, no, he doesn't train there full time, but he stops by whenever he can.
So I heard you drop in there. You got the interest for mixed martial arts as well. Not only the bare knuckle boxing, you want to do the mixed martial arts.
Yeah, that's the benefit. Throughout my whole time at UGK since last December. I've been training my boxing, but also been diving my feet into jujitsu, into wrestling, into sambo. So throughout this entire year, behind the scenes, I've been training not too much because I still prioritize the bare knuckle fight, but still been training slowly to where now I'm getting a little bit of where I know what I'm doing defensively, at least when it comes to grappling and stuff. So yeah, man, just we gonna see what happens.
What's the driving force? What interests you in MMA? Do you think that training would take away from your bare knuckle training or your boxing training, even if you wanted to do professional boxing, full on gloves? Isn't MMA kind of
Yeah,
a distraction?
no, not. I mean, when you got someone like Eddie Alvarez, that was a UFC champion, and at one point in time was the best in the world in his weight division. When he tells you that, yeah, you can right now, you can. There's people that you can beat professionally in MMA just with my boxing and striking alone.
Mhm.
And he said it. He told me early on it was something worth looking into. Like with bare knuckle, on the first punch that I landed in that first 2 seconds, I broke my hand. And
Yeah.
bare knuckle, I feel like it's a sport where if young guys like me that are young and they're up and coming in the fight game and they want to really make a name for themselves, bare knuckle is probably not the greatest because the injuries.
Yes.
I can tear my
Almost
hands up.
guaranteed.
Yeah, I
Almost
can tear
guaranteed.
my hand up by the end of the year. If I have two fights in one year, my hand is done. And then who knows what'll happen with my fight career. So yeah, I mean, professional boxing is something we're looking at. Like I'm transforming as a fighter where anywhere, any place, anytime. Like if it's in an octagon, I'll be fighting. If it's in a boxing ring, if it's in bare knuckle, I just want to fight. So I don't think it's a distraction. I think it can only make me better as a person, as a man, and as a fighter. The more knowledge I have and the more training I do and the more open I am to anything else keeps me, I guess, on point as a fighter.
What what state do you prefer to fight in? Do you prefer Jersey, Philly? Like where do you like
I
to
prefer I prefer Philly. None against any Jersey people, but Philly. I grew up right outside of Philly and Chester, and I have a lot of family in Philly. And so growing up, I'm used to Philly, and I'm used to how the people are, and I'm used to how we all connect and get along with each other in Philly. So, and I'm moving to the heart. I'm moving right next to Center City in Philadelphia next month too. So, yeah, and then I'm
Okay.
better than fighting at home.
I got you. Okay, now things may have changed a little bit because Philadelphia or Pennsylvania is under new leadership now. Ed Kunkel's taken over for Greg Serb, my old former boss. How are they? Are they going to make you? I don't think you can. They can't make you take an amateur fight now that you've had a professional bare knuckle fight. Is that correct?
Yeah, so Ed Kunkel with us, he's been nothing but just open arms with us, and he's
Yeah.
always been communicating. Ed Kunkel's a great guy. When it comes to MMA, yeah, unfortunately, I do believe since I already have my pro license, in PA, I just don't think they'll allow me to have an amateur fight. But
Okay.
Eddie told me he's like, there's guys that are amateurs that should be pros, and there's pros that should have stayed in the amateurs.
Yes, that is
So
correct.
I'm not. It's not affecting me either way, whether it's amateur or pro. I'm fighting with shin pads or without shin pads. It doesn't matter to me.
Okay. Do you throw many kicks?
No, no, I'm just learning how to defend them. I suck at kicks. That's me being brutally honest. I'm horrible at kicks.
I
Maybe
was
that's
too.
something I learned throughout the fight career. As more I train, the more I practice, the better I get. But right now, I'm horrible. I just got defensive grappling. I got hands. That's it.
Okay, well, let me ask then. You're not that old of a guy. You're like, what, 24, 25?
Yeah, I'm 24. Yeah.
Okay. See, I mean, you're just getting started, bro. Like,
Yeah. I'm a little young still.
yeah, I started at 31 and my kicks were also terrible, but you got more time to work on that than I do, man. I was never about rolling like baking pins over my shins and stuff to deaden them and toughen them, you know?
Yeah.
So, all right, is there I'm trying to think, how do you, being that you're relatively, well, I would say relatively new, you have no official, quote unquote, experience in MMA in the cage. What kind of opponent do they toss you up? Like, do you talk that out with Eddie? Do you single somebody out? Do you get somebody on your skill level, your style that would go good against you? I mean, obviously,
Right.
you probably don't want to go in there against a D1 wrestler, right? I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
there are pro
Yeah.
fighters that are not Division 1 wrestlers, but there are
Yeah.
pro fighters. So how do you single out on which fight you want to take?
I mean, we always do good business with these promotions. We don't try to take control of who we get matched with. I mean, we can try to our best ability to be like, hey, we prefer to have someone that's
Mhm.
a striker, or we prefer to have someone that's this. But at the end of the day, we could just train to the best we can and perform and compete at the best we can. So I don't really look at what my opponent can do. It's more of what I can do. I don't when I go in there, I have to go in there with the mentality to brawl. Like, yeah, you can kick. Yeah, you're, let's say, gold medalist in Sambo, or yeah, you have all these attributes. But at the end of the day, I'm just here to fight. Like, F what you have. Let me show you what I got. So,
Are there a couple different promotions that you're talking to as far as setting you up with a fight, or do you are you kind of singled in with one? Because I know Philly has a bunch of different promotions down there. I mean,
yeah,
you pretty much call your shot because I know you
there's,
move tickets down there. So
yeah, there's the Dead Series promotion, which is Frankie
mhm.
Perez's
Yep.
promotion. We're also talking to Art of War, under the change of their new matchmaking. So I mean, it's just whatever makes sense the most is what we're looking at. I know we're looking at for a January, February date if I'm not able to get on the February card, but yeah.
Does venue matter to you much? Do you feel comfortable at the 2,300? Do you want to fight at a casino? Where does Anthony
Um,
Pagan like to fight?
I like to fight where the most people can fit in. I'm blessed either way. I was fighting for the longest in front of only 50 people at amateur boxing fights, and now I get to fight in front of more than 1,000 people. 2300 fighting at 2,300, that was amazing because it was nice and small, and I can see everyone's specific faces and I can hear everyone yelling. I almost fought at the Prudential Center, and that was what 18,000 people I think they had that night.
Yeah. I was there for
And
it. It was good.
yeah, it must have been. Yeah, I seen it. It was amazing. But yeah, no, I don't have no preference. The more people, the better. Because the more people I can connect with, the more people I can entertain and give them a good show.
All right, at your gym you're at now, who are some of your favorite training partners? Who are you down there with? Who do
Man,
you
like
think
check
brings
this
out the
out.
best?
So not to do a little plug. They're basically my brothers. I have Ethan Mercado, Ashton Mercado. They go by the Mercado brothers. Ashton, well, I had a card right here. Let me put it on the camera. Ashton fights this weekend for Dead Series at
Yeah.
Newtown. So right in front of our gym, the Newtown Athletic Club, they own a big field house that fits like 6,000 people. And so this guy's kid, he's having a second amateur fight this weekend. Ethan Mercado, he's going to Kyrgyzstan, or he's going somewhere overseas the first week of November to compete for the USA team for Sambo. Um, and so those guys, I didn't know them before last December, and I went in the gym and we sparred and we trained and we ended up being brothers. And so those got to be my two guys from the gym.
I got you. Is there somebody at your gym that you look to for the grappling aspect of it? Is there somebody who you think teaches the way that you like, explains it the way that makes sense to you? Who's
Yeah.
your grappling guy?
So we got Leandro. He's our jiu-jitsu guy. He teaches our jiu-jitsu now. We have Leandro, Eddie himself. I mean, can never get better than someone that was in the UFC grappling and stuff like that. We have guys, some Philly guys like Matt Turnbull,
Whitechapel.
Tyler. Yeah, Turnbull. Yeah, he comes in on the weekends and helps us out with the grappling. Tyler Berger is another guy. He just had his first pro fight not too long ago and he won. And he's a crazy wrestler too. Apparently he was D1 and he comes in on the weekends and helps us out. So like being at that gym, there's just people always in and out the gym helping each other out, giving each other tips and tricks on what to do and what not to do. And so that's the best part about being at UGK. It's just
Okay.
there's everyone.
Now, do you work a full time gig, or do you like how's it work? What's your training to work life balance like?
Yeah, I mean, I work full time in the morning, 6 a.m., 5:30 to 6 a.m. to 2:30. So I just get work out the way in the morning. And then I train for the rest of the day. I try to do two sessions around like what 4 p.m. Trying to condition and take a couple hours, and then 7:30 is when the class starts or whenever we do MMA, or any sort of boxing training. So I just work in the morning full time, and then I train at night.
What just very broad? What line of work are you in?
Just material handling. I don't know if you consider it a blue collar job. I'm just moving steel, cutting steel,
Mhm.
using cranes. That's pretty much it. It's just work, just hard work.
So are you like a 5 day a week kind of guy? What do you 2 days on, 1 day rest, 2 days more? Like
With
how's
what,
it
the
flow?
training or with
Yeah,
working?
training. No, not training.
Oh
Like
yeah,
as a
training. I don't like to have any days off. I try to train every day if I'm allowed to and if I'm able to, if nothing's holding me back. And on my rest days, I still do some sort of cardio, whether it's a 40 to 50-minute run at a slow pace or whether it's just sprints. Like my rest days have some sort of exercise there. I have to stay active every day. So I try to train as much as I can daily.
Okay, I'm gonna do one last question here before I toss up to Dill here. Is there any way you said you had a break? Now I'm not. Go figure. Garrett will like this one. I am not a doctor. I have not been to school. Is that more susceptible? I would assume it is. Correct. Is it susceptible to getting hurt again? Is there anything you can do to condition your hands, train your hands a little bit to kind
Yeah.
of? I don't know how it works.
Um, so my doctor, shout out Dr. Tosti. He is, I would say he's the bare knuckle doctor. Like he's the guy that they send all the fighters to when they break their hands in PA. And he made sure that I was taken care of. They gave me two options. They gave me the option for surgery, or they gave me the option to wear a cast and let it heal naturally. Now I'm at a point where I can always do certain exercises, stress ball to strengthen my hand. But right now, this hand is just as breakable as any other bone in my body now.
Okay.
Uh,
Does that sit in the back of your mind when you hit a heavy bag or when you hit mitts or when you spar, or are you not really worried about that till your next bare knuckle fight? Because even in MMA, you're protected a little bit, you know?
yeah, I mean, so this wasn't the first fracture I had. Like 5 years ago, I was sparring and I broke my thumb here. And for a while, I was nervous. I'm like, oh, I don't want to throw the hand again. But I think that's just natural. A couple months after they took the cast off, I still didn't want to hit too hard. But it's just getting a matter of slowly getting back into it, not rushing the injury, not hitting the bag without hand wraps, not hitting the bag if I didn't need to. Like right now, I'm back to 100%. I can punch the bag hard without a hand wrap and without a glove, and I'm fine.
Okay. So it's not
Yeah.
something that you hit it and it sends a jolt of pain through your body or your arm or anything
No,
like that.
no. Luckily, I'm fine. Like you can squeeze my hand, I'm fine. You can press down, I'm good. Like this hand is ready to go.
All right. Good shit. Well, I'm going to toss it up to Dill here. He can ask you a couple questions. Two active fighters. I'm just the old guy in the room. So two active fighters, go at it.
Oh, I'm just gonna rewind here because I don't know you at all. So where'd you start, man? Like what got you into fighting? What sports were you playing growing up?
So I'm not gonna lie, man. I grew up in Chester, and growing up, I was never into like any sports, like basketball, football. I was never into that. I was always the quiet kid coming home, playing the game, doing schoolwork, and then I would just go. I got jumped when I was a kid badly, and from that day on, I was like, all right, I gotta learn how to defend myself because I got jumped. And so there was a gym in Chester called Must Fight. Started training there, had a couple fights. Then I moved to
Was
another
that
gym in Marcus
a
Hook.
boxing gym?
Yeah, it was a boxing gym. It was the president of the Golden Gloves. He had a gym in Chester.
Okay.
And so then I moved to Marcus Hook, which is literally like 3 minutes away from Chester. Went to a gym called War Ready, with Johnny Slow. Did my boxing there for like a couple years. Went to the military, came back, started boxing again. Then the bare knuckle tryouts happened. Went to the tryouts, sparred a couple people, laid a couple hands, and Eddie called me to the gym to spar him. Sparred him. He was impressed in a way where he wanted me to train at UGK. Didn't train there. Got the fight with bare knuckle, and then now I'm here. So
Nice.
yeah,
So
little summary.
how many boxing fights do you have?
Eight amateur.
Nice. Were they all
So
just like, were they tournaments or just?
nah, I was actually, but bro, before the tryouts, I was training to do Golden Gloves early this year. And then I wanted to do nationals and then hopefully turn pro after that. But I just had regular exhibition bouts.
You could still do that though, right? Go to
As a pro, no, I
Or
don't think so.
I think you can.
Do they have pros? If they have pro, I'll do it.
Maybe it's not go to gloves. Maybe it's just the trials and everything.
I think I could do nationals. I'll look into that because I
It's
still want to
weird.
box. But
Boxing's,
yeah,
yeah, it's weird. But why bare knuckle? Why that and not regular just go pro boxing?
just the opportunity that came along. You know, the tryouts happened. I just went to the tryouts just to go and just to train with 200 other dudes, other fighters that share the same goal as me. We're sparring, we're working out, we're just a good training session. That turned into me being invited to spar Eddie Alvarez, which was like nerd. Like, to be honest, bro, sparring Eddie. Eddie was in his camp fighting Jeremy Stevens. So that was like scary and nerve-wracking in itself. But then after that sparring happened and we both had fun and it was a good sparring session, I'm like, oh, okay. And he's like, look, if you really want this and if you really want to make a career out of fighting and really make it in life, this is possible. You just got to work hard. And so I was already negotiating with the matchmaker bare knuckle, but I wasn't entertaining anything. And then when Eddie came along, he was like, all right, let's do it. I'll train you. We'll get you ready. And I just took the bare knuckle fight. I took the bare knuckle fight with no fear of it being a bare knuckle fight. I don't know how to explain it. Like, I see a lot of boxers say like, yo, you crazy for fighting bare knuckle. I don't see it that way. I just know that like I just did it just because of the opportunity. And I wasn't scared when I did it because I know when you train hard and you train hard and you know your defense is good, you're not as scared. You don't feel like you're in danger because you know you trust yourself in a way, if that makes sense.
No, it makes perfect sense. So you started wrestling how long ago? I would say now. Well, like grappling more, so to say.
I was entertaining it since after I broke my hand, so probably like April. I've been wrestling, rolling with the guys at the gym.
So
since April, yeah.
Cardio wise, feel like it's helping a lot all around.
Yeah, it's completely different. Like literally yesterday, I was grappling with Ethan Mercado, and like just us 4 minutes into just rolling, I'm like out of breath as if I don't sparred 6 rounds in boxing. So I definitely think like I know when you do MMA, I know that's a whole different gig with the cardio and stamina. It's at a much different pace, and I think it helps. It'll help me as a fighter if I get in shape that way and like grappling and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think that should be part of everybody's boxing, and especially boxing because the base and wrestling is very similar to boxing if you use it right.
Yeah,
the cardio is unreal. But yeah, I had another question, but now I'm drawing a blank.
No, I got one for you. Anthony. I'll fill some time here. Pagan, what do you like the most about grappling? What do you dislike the most about grappling?
So I'll start with what I dislike. Shout out Leandro. What I dislike about grappling is that it'll show you so easily what level you're on and what level you're going against. Like I was rolling with a black belt. I said, yo, do not hold back. Like I want to see how, like, what's the spacing between top tier elite to just novice. And if they really wanted to, if someone that knows what they're doing, they can hold you down for the entire round and you can't do nothing about it. Like I was rolling with our black belt, and he literally had me on my back laying there. I couldn't move. I couldn't try to fight off, and I couldn't do anything. I was just stuck. As a grown man, there's no worse feeling than that. But the one thing I do like is just the cardio. It demands a certain endurance to be able to grapple intensely and grapple at a good pace for an entire round. And that's the one thing I do like. Like Dill said, it transfers over. That's having that foundation. I feel like every fighter should have, and I'm just not learning that. Like, okay, let me start wrestling more. Let me start doing jiu-jitsu more, because it's a whole different ballpark when it comes to endurance.
Just my advice to a young fighter from an old head: learn the head and arm triangle. That shit's high percentage.
Head and arm triangle. I've been
That's a
trying
high
to Darce a
percentage.
lot. I've been trying to Darce. I'm still trying to crack the
The
code on the
darts, yeah, the
Darce.
darts used to be my shit. But that head and arm triangle, and the thing with the head and arm is if you hit it, the guy's gonna tap, and if you miss, you can keep your position. You could just
Yeah,
if you hop off to the side for the head and arm triangle to try and finish, and he's just like, man, this don't feel right. You can go right back to mount. You know, you can
right.
step right back over. You're still good.
Yeah,
So it's kind of like it's not like you're on top and then try and spin off for an arm bar, and if you miss, shit, now I'm on the bottom. You know what I mean? So master
yeah. I
that head
keep
and
that
arm
noted.
triangle.
Yeah, I'm gonna
That's my
note it.
old head advice.
I'm gonna write that down. Write that down. Make sure I get it.
High
Yeah,
percentage, man. It's high percentage move.
I would say stick to the submissions where you stay on top.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Don't give up position in MMA. Do not give up position because, like you said, if
Kimuras are
somebody gets on your
everywhere.
back and they know what they're doing and they throw 2 hooks or a body triangle in, man, that is a bitch. And by the time you figure out how to get out, you probably lost a round.
Yeah.
Kimuras are everywhere.
I did a jiu-jitsu tournament and I lost by a Kimura, and I lost by an arm bar.
Mhm.
So I'm learning to keep my arms to myself and stay in the position, staying on
Stay
mount.
tight. Stay tight. Don't leave
Yeah,
them out
stay
here
tight.
hanging.
Exactly.
Stay
Exactly.
tight.
So
All right.
for bare knuckle, are you under contract or anything, or you just had one fight?
No, I just had one fight. A lot of guys got offered a multi-fight deal. They're signed to bare knuckle. I wanted to make sure that I'm not restricting myself to an opportunity. You know, let's say I signed to bare knuckle for 4 fights, and realistically, that's probably gonna be like 2 to 3 years. And let's say I get a crazy knockout, it goes viral, then who knows? Another promotion wants to reach out, and it's a boxing promotion like the Zone or I don't know, let's say PFL, like something crazy like that. What if something happens? You never know. Life is
Yeah.
crazy. One moment you're here, another moment you're another place. So I didn't want to restrict myself. So I'm currently not signed to bare knuckle. We just had the one fight. But we do have good relationships with Dave Feldman and Nate Shook and all those guys. And so whenever they're having a local show, they always reach out to us to see if they can get us on the card. But no, I'm a free agent. Technically, I'm a free agent. Yeah.
I think you mentioned it, but what's next? What are you planning on next?
So right now, I know we're talking to a couple MMA promotions to see if we can get a MMA fight. Like I said, I don't think it's gonna be amateur. It's probably gonna be pro, which I'm cool with regardless. A fight's a fight. If we're not fighting in January, most likely we're fighting bare knuckle. They're gonna come back to Philly, I believe, February 6th. So we're gonna see what that looks like, and we're probably gonna be on that card. So best case scenario, we fight in January MMA. Worst case scenario, bare knuckle at Wells Fargo.
So what would you do and what wouldn't you do fight wise, like rule set wise? Like, would you kickbox? Would you do Muay Thai? Where your limits at? Since you did bare knuckle,
I feel like because I've done bare knuckle, there's nothing I wouldn't do.
That's
I
the
feel
most
like
savage one. Yeah.
I feel like
That's
bare
the whole-
knuckle is the most. Is probably the one where like, and I had a conversation with my coach Eddie about that, and I was like, you know what I think? I think because I fought in bare knuckle and just the risk and how that affects me mentally. Like, yo, if he can just jab me once, he could break my nose or cut my face open. I feel like that makes me competing in any other sport easier.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, at least I'm not fighting bare knuckle. But
You take a pro Muay Thai fight?
would I? Probably not. Honestly, probably not. No, I know my limits.
Yeah, you said you didn't
You
like
know what?
the kick. So
Damon,
Yeah.
I'm going to cut in quick. Damon Feldman has that new X Rumble
that was my next
Fighting
question.
Championships coming in December down to the 2300. I guess from what I'm understanding, and I haven't even caught up with him yet. From what I'm understanding, it is like kind of like a dirty boxing, but without the ground and pound.
It's just
They're
bare
using
knuckle with
MMA
MMA gloves
Is that what it is?
Yeah,
It's
right.
straight bare
Yeah.
knuckle. There's no,
And-
there's no.
and minute and a half rounds. I know
Okay.
a guy that's going to be on there.
Oh yeah, you know a guy.
Yeah, it's going to be me.
Hey, let's do it.
Hey,
Yeah.
good shit. Yeah, I hadn't got more information about it. But
Yeah,
I
it's
guess
3 minute and a half rounds. So I'm in. And
That's
MMA
cake.
gloves.
Yeah, that's cake.
Yeah, like how could you not? Even a 5-rounder is.
Is that in a boxing ring or is that in like in a octagon?
I don't know. I would assume a boxing ring, but honestly, I don't know. I didn't ask, and I don't know if I read that.
Ant's got Dill's got in his calendar, fight 2300, and he's got the time. That's it. Anything else? He said
Yeah.
details
That's
don't
all
matter.
he's worried
must,
about. He's
Well,
not
must
fight.
bring
we'll
own
figure it out
cup.
when we get there.
Must bring
Figure it out
own
when we-
cup, and then he
Yep.
just fucking
I
rolls.
just
That's
need
it.
to fight. We gotta fight. We gotta fight next weekend too. Boxing.
Do you fight next weekend?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome,
The-
bro. That's the
the
best
first.
mentality to have.
Tickets
Right,
available now.
Active.
Yeah, tickets available now. Reach out.
Tickets available now. More info.
Hit me
Reach
up
out.
on Instagram. That's at Valley Forge Casino.
Mm.
The Art of War boxing event.
Oh, where it's like, are they doing it's the boxing and MMA, or is it just the boxing?
No, just boxing. Just boxing.
Is it-
It's a pro and boxing event. I think it might be
Is
Is that the one they
Saturday,
did
Bill?
with?
Say it again.
Is that Saturday or Friday?
Yeah, Saturday, November 1st.
Yeah, that's the one with RDR Boxing, right? I think they did
Yep.
like a partnership with them. Yeah, it's
Yep,
gonna be a nice
Art of War
card.
and RDR. It seems pretty good. A good mix. There's like I don't know what they announced. I don't know what I guess it's announced. It's 2 weeks away. They did like Will Martinez is on there. So for those I know,
Mm.
Will's
boxing
fighting
on
again.
there. Yeah, he's
Will's
boxing
boxing? Oh shit!
on that card, and then they have I forget his name.
This is
me to look it
one
up?
for
Good.
this is one for Dill.
Good
Dill,
boxer.
back in 2008, 2009, I used to 2008, 2009, I used to fight on cards with Jesus and Will Martinez at Combat in the Cage down in Delaware. If you're ever bullshitting with Will about it, just ask him about the old Boys and Girls Club in Bear, Delaware, on Route 1. We all started out there. I can't believe he's still
I
boxing.
know. I
Holy
feel like it
shit.
sounds familiar.
Oh my god, dude, that was like 20 years ago. Like he's still
That does-
boxing.
Yeah,
Oh my
he's.
God.
I mean, he hasn't fought in a while, but it's just a boxing fight.
No, Will's always had hands, bro. No, the
yeah.
Martinez brothers have always had hands. But Jesus, they tried to get me to fight Jesus one time. I saw him knock out one of my friends. I'm like, nah, I'm good. There's better fights for me. I ain't that good.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it here because I know they promoted it, but I don't remember what page because I only follow the regular AOW page and I don't see anything on here. So I think they put it on another page. I'm trying to be the best Jamie that I could be back here backstage, but I'm kind of
That's
sucking
like
at
the
my job
boxing.
right now.
I'll tell you what, Garrett. While you're looking up, I'd like to know. I'd like to know, Tony, what without giving away any kind of game plan or anything, where would you like to improve in your game? Where do you think you have holes, and what are you really good at?
Wait, that's
In
over
your
here
opinion,
towards
in your opinion, self-critique.
You gotta specify which Anthony, bro.
Oh yeah,
Oh, my
we got
bad, my
two
bad,
Anthonys.
Pagan,
Sorry,
my
I was
bad.
trying to see this.
So
No,
what
you're
was
good.
the question again?
No, I was saying, where do you feel that you want to make the biggest, and this is just personal opinion about yourself, where do you feel like you want to get better? Where do you think that you're solid? Maybe you don't need to devote so much time.
I think with my boxing specifically, I think once you learn the foundations and once you learn the fundamentals, you can only sharpen those skills. So when it comes to my boxing, I can just continue to get better and better and better. One thing I would want to do more is just to stay and just get in better shape. Like Marab. And I look at
Yeah.
someone like Marab and be like, yo, that's the kind of endurance that I want to have. Where it's just constant on go. He makes sure that he fights on his time. He's the one that's running the pace for 5-minute rounds straight. So it's just I'm prioritizing my cardio.
Yeah,
Because I can
people always
be
say I watch a lot of sports analyst show, and they always say, you can weaponize your cardio. Yeah, if you can keep
Yeah.
punching after the other guy can't, you're gonna win. That's just
think about it. Like
that's just
we
how it
see
works.
when Connor fought Floyd, Connor looked sharp up until he got completely gassed and all the technique and skill went out the window. So I can prioritize how sharp I throw a hook or how fast I throw or how strong I throw. But if I'm tired and gassed, all that goes out the window.
Yeah, that's very
And
true.
so
Very true.
yeah, that's the main thing I prioritize.
And what do you think helps that the most? I don't know if you just answered that. I was reading something else.
No. He didn't. He what he was asking Anthony, he was just saying, where do you do that work to get you better? I always ran, and I don't feel like it made that good of a actual
It doesn't.
fighting. I think
It
it's where I built
really.
my cardio, not running.
I think Eddie's been giving me a lot of knowledge and wisdom since I met him, and I'm extremely grateful for that. Like he told me, I asked him going into the camp, I was like, all right, man, should I go back to running 2 to 3 miles a day? What should I do? And he was like, if you're running, let the run be for your mind, for your mentality. If you're running, run a nice long run to clear your mind. But sparring is where you get in shape. Like that's the
Okay.
main thing. Sparring, getting the rounds in and sprinting, having some good sprint intervals, and you're getting good rounds in, like good hard sparring rounds in, where you guys are pushing the pace for like 6 to 12 rounds. That gets you in the best fighting shape. Like it's really sparring. Like last week, I sparred 3 times last week, and I feel myself getting in better shape now. So
Yeah, that's what I tell them. I live by that too. Everybody, I coach, so I work with a lot of guys, and the number one thing I try to get across is like cardio is relative. Like if you want
yeah,
to be a sprinter, go sprint. If you want to run marathons, go run marathons. But if you give me,
wait, can I hear anything? I think I can't hear.
if you give me the
But
world record marathon runner, the fastest guy in the world
I cannot hear
with the
anything
best cardio,
right now.
do you
yeah,
guys
my
hear me?
sound dipped out for a second, but I'm back now.
Wait,
Can you hear me? Hello, hello, hello. Mic
Check
check.
one,
wait,
two.
Price, can you hear me?
I
Yeah,
can
we
hear
hear you.
you.
I can't
Hear
hear you guys. Should I back out and rejoin?
Yeah, try. Yeah, back out and come back
Why
in.
can't I hear anything? What's going on?
Yo, yo,
There
yo.
we go. Come here.
Wait,
Sorry, quick intermission.
Quick intermission and technical
Anthony Pagan
difficulties.
is in the stream with audio only.
Yeah. No. While we're waiting for him to come back. We did have some homework.
What are you doing, Price?
We're
I
gonna
can't hear you.
Are you serious? What the fuck these guys? Dill, can you no?
I hear great.
Good. No, they both backed out. We'll pop them back in. We did have a bit of homework. It might be my internet connection. I don't know.
I mean, I'm fine.
Yeah, you're great. That's all that matters. As long as somebody else is here to talk to, we're good. The rest of this shit will figure it out. We did have homework last. Hold on. We got big difference. Bill Bookwalter back.
Like check.
Yeah, there we go. Everything's working
Mic
good
check.
again.
We got.
See, look, you guys are
hello?
blaming me. It wasn't me.
all right.
Check
can you
one,
guys hear me?
two.
We're all back. You got
We
us.
should have planned.
Yeah, I
we
can
should
hear
have
you
just
guys.
said. We should have just said when Ant comes back on, everybody don't say nothing but move your mouth.
Oh, you guys would have got me. You guys would have got me.
That would be good. Oh man!
All right, right
I also
back to
want to
where we
point
were.
out.
Oh, you
I
want
also want to point out that Bill's the only grown man I know with a sweet ass Diego Lopez art piece hanging in his kitchen right there above his shoulder.
Always
He keeps talking it. Oh, that's Diego Lopez, bro, in the flesh. Bill's also the only ex-referee in the world that has a Diego Lopez mullet, so I want to point that out. He saves that for special
That is
occasions.
accurate. That is accurate. Totally.
You got to
sweet,
do the
bro.
mustache now, though, Bill. Your boy's got the sweet stash going on.
Yeah,
For
yeah.
Halloween, I want to see a little bit of a couple day on.
Get the cowboy hat on.
I'll tell you.
With the
I'll tell you
mullet.
what. I think I have a Halloween party thing fundraiser for charity. I will go as Diego Lopez in full UFC gear with the mullet with a mustache.
Picture it didn't happen, Bookwalter. Picture it didn't happen.
Hey, I just
We'll
read
make
the
sure we have it.
comments. Someone commented, "Can you interview Stacks Wop? He's a down there guy. That guy is from Chester as well. And me and him train at the same home gym. And I just want to give Wop a shout out too because he just had his first. I think he's fighting. He might be fighting next weekend on that card, and he's having a second pro fight.
No,
just
we
wanted to
do.
shout out him. He's a good
We
guy.
chop it up. We hang out with fighters. If he wants on, tell him to hit Garrett up. We'll handle it.
Some of Dill's crew gets rowdy, so sometimes they just stay in the comments. We don't.
They say crazy shit.
If you don't pay no
Everybody.
attention to that guy, he'll go away.
Yeah,
But no,
I'm
no, it's
saying
all
now.
good. It's all good. No, I
That's
should have put that.
that's
That was,
Mitt Baddy in there. Yeah, your boy Ashton did fight our guy Sean Casey. That was a really good fight between those two.
Bro, I don't
That was
know
good.
how Sean Casey did not like the.
That choke?
I think it was yes,
Yeah, bro,
man.
he's a tough fucking kid. I mean, they're both
He
tough,
is, bro.
but yeah,
He
that
is.
choke was crazy, bro.
That
The
was-
whole fight
yeah.
was good. That was exciting, man. It was exactly what I expected.
Matt Lee says he's going to need to see that Diego Lopez mullet picture, Bill, for those.
Okay, Matt Lee, this is for you. Are we doing it with or without the cowboy hat?
I mean, however you look. For those of you who don't know, you get a little sneak peek. Bill did do a side profile pick up there in the corner with his Diego Lopez mullet. Look, there's
I see it.
there's fucking dedication and there's dedication. This guy went to a professional stylist and got a mullet
All he needs
style
is just a mustache and he's set.
in honor. He had a shrine set up with the Diego Lopez picture at one point when he was fighting.
I feel like if I could grow that hair, I could be president. Like, I feel like the world would respect me if I could grow a mullet like that.
I think you need to head on over to Turkey, bro, and come back. Look, the greatest comeback in MMA history recently is Merab's hairline. Okay, anything's possible if you go to Turkey, bro. Anything's possible.
Garrett, are you saying send 2-3 years to Turkey and forget?
Send 2-3 years to Turkey and your hairline will forget about it, bro. Yeah, no, and you can stick around if you want to. I think we're gonna kind of kick. We give ourselves homework from time to time, and the ADHD and the autism kicks in, and it just goes out left field. But we talked last week. We talked last week about what are we doing? Shout out to Anna Palumbo in the chat on Instagram. We can't show the Instagram comments on everywhere else. We apologize, but shout out Anna Palumbo. She likes big butts and uppercuts. If you haven't heard. Anyways. I digress. The three of us are chatting on because we're not a bunch of do-nothing motherfuckers. What if we had to change the rules instead of crying about it? What would you change or how would you change MMA judging kind of for the better? And we just limited this to judging. I don't want to talk about officiating. I don't want to talk about rules. I don't want to put Bill on the spot and ask his thoughts of Dan Mercogliata last weekend because the internet roasted that motherfucker. And Dan's one of the nicest guys in the world, and I met him, and I kind of,
we're human. We make mistakes.
But some
people think we do a good job, while other people say we make mistakes all in the same fight. So I don't know who the fuck it was I was really trying to please.
At the end of the day, if you don't go to work every day and perform your job with 100% perfection in front of millions of people and never fuck up, those are the only people that have room to talk. Other than that, everybody else just shut the fuck up. Dan's a nice guy. He's one of the best in the game. Bill Bookwalter, very own Bill Bookwalter, had the pleasure to work with Dan on many of occasions. Yeah. I had the pleasure to meet the man on many of occasions. He's a good dude. Dill, you ever had any interactions with Big Dan? One of the nicest guys on the Pennsylvania Commission.
Dan Mercogliata?
Yeah.
Yeah, Dan was always good to me, except one time I got a motorcycle accident. And he fucking commented some bullshit on my Facebook, but he apologized later. He was like, "Oh, drive fucking kids or something." I was like, "Bro, like, fuck out of here, piece of shit." I was mad as hell.
I will tell you what, when you get older, and I know you guys don't think it's going to happen, so you trust me, it does. You will refer to all the young guys as kids. You'll be like, "You fucking kids fucked everything up."
I got hit on my motorcycle though. He's like,
"Oh, okay, well, yeah, that was probably not your fault, unless you were driving."
It wasn't my fault
or something.
No, it wasn't my fault.
All right. Well, yeah.
But other than that, he's always been fine, and he did apologize after that.
I mean,
he's a good dude. Yeah, I'll talk it from the ref side. We always did the best we could. Sometimes we messed up. That's what it was. There's no referee that I think would sit there and say that they were perfect all the time. It's a hard gig. You get one shot to get it right, and everybody's got their own opinion of when it's right and when it's wrong. So
just know going into any fight, Big Dick Bill Bookwalter will take a fucking point. And Brady could attest to that. No, Bill, I want to put you up first. You have the most experience here on the rules on the official side of it. So like where are you? What's your fix? You've had a whole week to think about this. What's your fix for MMA judging?
It's the only way I could go with it is what I've always said. I didn't even need a week to think about it. 5 judges, man. It's got to be 5 judges. That way, if you get one rogue judge that doesn't know what they're looking at, his vote really doesn't sway anything. Where, isn't it, as it stands now, one judge that doesn't know what they're looking at, 2 judges that don't quite get it right, the other 3 would override them. 3 people that knew what they were doing would cancel that out. So mine is 5 judges. It would not, if it only cost Dana White an extra $2,000, because the judges get $1,000 per UFC event, or they did. If it only cost Dana White $2,000 extra an event to make sure the decisions were right, I think the masses would be happy with that. Dana White would also be happy with that. Listen, if 3 judges score against you and 2 score it for you, I tend to think that the 3, as long as they're qualified people, all 5 people are qualified, I would think the 3 that agreed are probably more correct than the 2 that went the other way. That's just me. But yeah, if there's only 3 judges, 2 could very easily get it wrong.
Devil's advocate, though. So much like we talked about now, we've referenced it a time or two before, and here Nick Gonzalez referenced it so eloquently about perception, and sometimes where you're sitting matters as opposed to where the action's taking place. So, devil's advocate, you got three or 5 judges, and the fight takes place on really one side of the cage, and it just kind of stays. The guy keeps pulling the guy back to his corner, and just exchanges are over there on the fence. What do the other guys see besides 2 guys' backs? So,
but then you have 3 guys with a really good angle of it, no matter where it's at, a decent angle, enough to make a reasonable, to give their opinion.
Dill, you've been on the receiving end of some shitty decisions, I'm sure. Where are you at with this? You had
I think 5 judges makes it definitely more accurate, but at the same time, it's like you still get the same bullshit. You know what I mean?
Well, we've never done it. We've never done it
before. Yeah.
So you don't
never done it. I do think it has to be more accurate. Like you have 5 judges. But
how?
Yeah, you would think hypothetically, just having 5 there would give you a more accurate answer of who won the fight. But at the same time, you still think about like, all right, well, a shitty judge is a shitty judge. So if you got 3, 4 shitty judges there, it's the same as having 2. So
but where
I think there's one solution to all of this.
Go ahead.
And it's how the UFC started.
Done. Fight till somebody's done.
Literally have no rounds. Just fight until it's a finish.
I think
they started off of.
Even like 10-minute rounds would be more significant. There would just be more finishes. If you had like 3 10-minute rounds, 2 10-minute rounds.
No, that's too. Most guys.
Or if you have
exactly. That's the point.
Pride rounds.
That's the point.
Right.
You're going to get a winner.
3 10-minute rounds. Somebody's probably getting finished.
All right,
I would guess that.
All right, Price. I gotta head out, but
all right.
I appreciate you guys bringing me on.
Hey, bro. Yeah, text me and let me know how everything
goes. Next week, I'll be there.
Hold on, wait. Before you get out of here, Anthony, we'll give you the screen by yourself. Say your thank yous. Tell people how to follow you, how to find you, how to support you, man. Go.
Yeah. So Instagram is pretty much the only thing I'm on. _ Anthony Pagan is where you'll see all my fighting stuff. Strictly fighting side of life. Right now we're training. Like I said, you might see me January in MMA. Might just be in there with a guy that kicks, just being me, being stupid, just wanting to brawl. Or you'll see me in bare knuckle in January at Wells Fargo. So yeah, if you're interested in as a fan or as a fighter, welcome to come to UGK, get some rounds in, train with us. I'm open. My DMs are open to anybody that wants any questions or any advice or anything. So yeah, you guys can find me there and just stay tuned. I was gonna tell Price earlier. I spoke a lot. I didn't speak a lot, but I spoke a lot about myself before I fought in March, and I only had 50 seconds to show and to back up what I spoke on. So I feel like I still got a lot left to prove, and I definitely want to get a good fight in with someone that challenges me, so people be like, all right, yeah, now we see what kind of fighter he is. Like right now, people's like, yeah, you knocked him out, or yeah, you did this to him, but I don't know. It didn't look like he was trying, or it didn't look like he trained for the fight. So I want to get a fighter into where I'm proving myself to people, and I don't leave any questions unanswered. But yeah, man, I appreciate you guys letting me on. I'm always open to come down. You guys are always welcome to the gym. Dill, I'll see you next week. I'll be there, bro. Be rooting for you. I'll probably see if I can catch you before or after your fight.
We'll link up soon too.
Yes, sir, bro.
In the gym sometime. I'll get
absolutely. All right, guys. I appreciate you.
Appreciate you, bro. Text me this week. We'll catch up.
All righty.
Bye, bro.
Anthony Pagan. Yeah.
Building bridges here in the Philadelphia area, like some cross training opportunities for these guys, and we're just bringing people together here on Fight Show. Bill, 86 episodes in, fella.
I'm surprised I haven't been down to Eddie's gym yet. I haven't been down there at all.
We are a show that brings people together and gives gambling advice. And
Mario, hold on. Mario Yamasaki hard hands for the chat, guys. Come on. He dies. No, he's Mario Yamasaki. Seriously, nice guy. Great guy. He's still officiating. The internet thinks he's dead, but he's still officiating.
We are a show that we bring people together, and we do not give gambling advice, referee pornographic pillow fighting contests. or other.
Not pornographic, Bill. We've been trying to look.
Well, it's not
PFT's
two dudes.
feature,
It's
dog.
not two dudes pillow fighting. Nobody's gonna watch that shit.
I mean,
it's
I
chicks.
mean,
Dudes watch chicks. That's what they do.
nah. I mean, it's pretty entertaining, Bill. If you give it a chance, bro. I'm trying to tell you.
It's got to
To
be all
watch
women,
two
though, right?
heavyweights, to watch two heavyweights beat the dog shit out of each other with fucking 1 pound pillows. It takes me back to my childhood, bro.
But it's gotta
Everybody
be all
did wrestling
chicks,
moves
right?
on
It's
their
not
cousin on the
dudes.
trampoline, didn't they?
Dude, wait. Dudes aren't pillow fighting, are they? That's not a thing.
They are. They're getting a bag to pillow fight, bro. Fighters, I like fighters having options, Bill. And if pillow fighting's that option, so fucking be it. See you on ESPN Ocho.
Dill, I don't want to pillow fight you ever. I
wanna-
feel like that would do way more damage.
Look, here's the headline.
We
Here's
got
the headline.
some good
Bill
money.
Bookwalter backs down from pillow fight with Anthony
I'm not
Dill.
pillow fighting anybody.
What about a nice little check? It depends how much they pay.
You'll catch me in a
Yeah,
bare
but
knuckle
really,
ring before you
look,
catch me pillow
You gotta
fighting some
figure.
dude.
You gotta figure. You know what your bag is, and I don't want you to say it, but you know what your bag level is for a boxing
maybe.
fight, right? You know what your bag level is for a boxing fight. You're not getting concussed with this. It's a fucking pillow fight. It's on ESPN. It's
Do you
fun
know-
entertainment for the whole family. Take that bag limit and just cut it in half. And if
Okay,
they give
well-
you that for a pillow fight,
I
I
have
would
a whole
think-
crew of friends at work that's just going to talk shit on me for the next 15 years.
I would take.
that I
I
did a
would take
pillow
a-
fight.
I would take
because you
$1,000.
took a day off on your work and you secured their salary in a week, in a day by going out there.
I'd have to buy them pizza, like, because they would
I
always.
mean, it's fair trade for a bag, bro.
They're fat as fuck. So,
I know a
yeah,
guy,
that's
all
funny
right?
though. That's funny. Two dudes pillow fighting. What the
It's-
fuck?
look, go watch their socials and see how many views they have, Bill. It'll make you feel depressed about yourself.
Hey, people are just watching each other smack the shit out of each other these days. I
That's
guess.
more. I could see the entertainment in that.
Look, Bill.
Dude,
I
I
wouldn't
think,
Dill, would you ever do
secretly, I
that?
think Dill. Secretly, I think Dill thinks I'm fucking nuts for entertaining this whole pillow fighting idea. But on the other side of it, I know if the check has the right amount of numbers on it, you will see Anthony Dill in a bright orange outfit
This
swinging
is
a
definitely
1 pound
true.
pillow at another man's head. What was that,
This
sir?
is true. This is.
It's
very
true. See, look, for a bag,
I would
Anthony
pillow
Dill will
fight.
pillow fight another grown ass
Without a
man.
doubt.
Bill, the headline now reads: Bill Bookwalter backs out a fight with a pillow fight with Anthony Dill.
You have me doing a car jujitsu match, a pillow fight.
I would
a
do that, too.
Power slap, like.
Bro, I'd do car jitsu in a heartbeat. Even
car
you know what?
jujitsu thing's
If you
pretty
pulled
cool.
up out front of my house right now and said, "Belt for belt, put your blue belt on the line. We're car jitsu and right the fuck now. I'm getting in, putting my seatbelt on right in front of my house. No cameras. I don't give a fuck."
Hey, maybe I'm a hidden car jitsu champion. I don't even fucking know it.
If Anthony Dill
I
shows
would
up
do
at the
that
house and
shit.
tries to car jitsu me, I don't think. Now he's a little bit more smaller and limber. I don't think. Nah, fuck that.
I would definitely try that. I would do the trash can thing too.
It all looks
we're-
fun.
And there's
well,
another one where like you
how-
throw them out.
the trash can thing isn't that where do you put both legs in or one leg in?
You gotta put half of them in.
It's a truck tire, like the big pile of truck tires or whatever. isn't it?
yeah. And you
You gotta
can't
put
step out.
half of them in. You gotta put half of them inside the tire.
Yeah, it's like fighting in a phone booth. It's like
No.
I've seen
Like,
that
it's
too.
like a
I've
ring.
seen that
It's
too.
like a big ring, but you have to put half of the other person inside the tire to win.
Oh, okay. Oh, is
It's like
wait. I don't think I understood the rules right on that one.
Oh,
Yeah,
Explain what
it's
those
a
rules are again.
stack of like 3 tractor tires stacked up in the
Okay.
middle of, let's say, a ring, like an MMA cage or a boxing ring. And then the goal is to get the other person halfway inside of there for like a whole second or something, or 3 seconds, I forget.
Oh, okay. No, what you described at first, what I thought you were saying
Fight
is
in
two
the
guys
tire.
fight. No, it's Price. Check this out. Here's a good one.
What up?
Two guys fight until one guy beats the other guy up so bad he can pick him up and put him in the trash can.
You will, yeah. Hold on. So we're not going to do any video because we'll get jammed up on. We don't need another copyright strike. That already happened once. Give me 1 second to pull this up. Bill,
Also-
this is essentially
wait. The UTC, the Ultimate Trash Championships.
nah. JT Tilly. Why is it not adding to stage? JT Tilly and PLN are. Oh, there we go. All right. So, can you see that, Bill? That you got this ring roped off area here. There's a little jiu-jitsu mat here, and then there's 2 big tractor tires. You have to get either the top half or the bottom half of their body into the tires. So it's
Are you
like
you allowed to choke them unconscious, and while they're unconscious, do it?
Dill, can we
That's
get
a
some
good
clarification on
question.
the
I
rules?
don't know. I have no idea. I would
Yeah.
love to know
What
that
if
as well.
what if you
Check
put a
back
rear
to you on
naked
that,
choke
Bill.
on them, make them go to sleep, and then you put them in?
Yeah. I'm
No,
with you.
because some
What if you
No.
standing fucking guillotine choke them like Jones did to Machida, and then they just go
No,
limp
because
inside the tire?
some dude would hold on to it too long and hurt somebody. That would not be a good idea.
I have a question. Why isn't bare knuckle MMA so much bigger?
The
Anything
right
on
guy
that?
hasn't pushed it. No, the right guy hasn't pushed it.
Like, why is bare knuckle boxing getting so big? Obviously, MMA is so big, getting bigger. But
No,
why
because listen, bare knuckle MMA, that is the closest thing to a legalized street fight as you can have.
It's
Yeah,
just,
I love bare knuckle boxing.
and it's
but-
much more realistic. Like bare knuckle
I
boxing
mean-
is like difficult, but like bare knuckle MMA is not that far off from regular MMA.
No,
Jorge
the
Masvidal has the right
guy,
idea.
No, the right guy hasn't pushed it yet. If Dana White pushed that would and he would never do that because of the
Yeah,
UFC.
It's a different lane.
I know Masvidal is trying to do it.
He's done a couple shows. There's I think honestly, there's a lot more politics involved with why you haven't seen any more game bred.
Okay, so Dill, I go way back with Feldman. I mean, you remember I think you fought on a couple of them. His XCW shows or Harris Casino.
But I definitely I've been fought some way with him or for him.
He's been around, right?
Yeah.
Before any of this happened, he was pitching this idea. I don't know where he got. Shout out Dave Feldman, big fan of your product. I don't know where he got the funding, but it felt like there was a bare knuckle show going on every fucking it was a lot. It was like Friday from Belgium. He put it in front of people's faces so much that they started liking
No,
watching.
you remember King of the Cage, right? And this is just a perfect example.
Lucas
King of the
Oil.
Cage
Yes, they are
had
sponsored
guys
by
in-
Lucas Oil.
King of the
remember
Cage had guys in like every state, and they were just put on shows under the King of the Cage banner. That's essentially all Dave's done. Dave's licensed there's guys. Dave's got a guy in every territory he operates in.
No, but that's what I mean. But he was doing it overseas.
Yeah, he's everywhere. They were literally live from some fucking Middle European country the one time.
Where did you get your funding to throw a show overseas? It's hard enough to make a couple bucks just regular. Filling seats. It's hard.
That's because you're getting guys that are already they're licensing the whole thing out. So it's like
I guess. Well,
I'm not gonna explain worldwide promoters 101 to you, Bill.
No,
it's like he's licensing to these guys who are putting on the events, and or if it's their event and they're pulling the cage over there, I'm sure much like the UFC, there's at any given time probably 3 or 4 official rings going through Europe, and I'm not saying 3 or 4 is probably a big number. 1 to 2 anywhere's in Europe, 1 to 2, somewhere's in America, 1 to 2. It has to be. So at this point, I don't know if he can be stopped with it. They're growing. They're going to level out at some point, but
Feldman's never going to get away from bare knuckle because he doesn't want to take thunder away from his shit. Dana White is doing this boxing thing, which I think is going to work. But he's doing the MMA thing too. He's not doing that. So the only one out there right now pushing bare knuckle MMA is Jorge Masvidal. Well, there might be one other promotion that I don't know about. I don't even know what states it is and isn't legal in. You would need the right kind of personality to take the reins on this thing and run with it. I think bare knuckle MMA would be very popular. I would watch it for sure.
I think, it's definitely. I watched every single one of the Game Bred events and I loved it. I'm down with it. Like I said, I think there's a little bit more political stuff. You may see it in the future because you know why? Dave Feldman already got BKFC Ice Wars. Again, something else in its own lane that's just doing its own thing.
You might know you might know who might be good to do it. I think it would work. Unless Big Brother does not want you fucking with his nut. I think Damon Feldman could probably step in. His brother's Dave Feldman. He can concentrate on his whole thing. He can let his brother do bare knuckle boxing for people who don't want to see the ground shit. Dana White could do his thing. Dave Feldman could do his thing. Damon Feldman could do his thing.
Well,
Damon Feldman has a springboard off his brother.
Damon Feldman already has about 4 different things going at any given moment.
No. But I think bare knuckle MMA could be really big. It just needs.
Did you hear what Dill said? Dill's fighting on his new. So Sam Orapiza, I guess, is like a booker.
Oh
Damon's
yeah, Sam.
doing
I remember
on
Sam.
it's X Rumble Fighting Championship. So he has his X Rumble Boxing on top
Okay.
of his celebrity boxing. Now he has X Rumble Fighting Championships, which is just stand up with MMA gloves. So I guess it'd be like, technically, if they do it in their cage, I guess it's called Boonshu or something. That's is the name of the fighting style. But it's
That is a lot of
no
personalities.
Boonshu. I'm sorry, Boonshu's Muay Thai in a cage with MMA gloves. This is like hybrid boxing with MMA gloves. Daryl, you want to explain what
It's
what you're
just
signed up for?
from what I know, it's just the bare knuckle rules, but with MMA gloves. So like boxing.
So just stand up. Just stand up.
Yeah, just
But you can
boxing.
kick.
But you can like
You can
no
kick.
kicking. No.
Okay. Oh, my bad. Bare knuckle boxing. Okay.
Boxing with the MMA gloves. And then
okay.
like you can like grab the head and stuff like that and do that type
No,
of
people
shit.
do that. Like I do know people that like the smaller gloves of MMA, but they don't want to see the grappling. They're not in that. They want to see two guys banging out. Wait, pause. I said that.
That's
bad.
why I'm going to be honest. Like, dirty boxing
that
is my
sit
new
there.
favorite rule set right now.
They want to see two guys just swing, stand up, like Conor
Yeah,
McGregor
I'm
style.
interested.
You know, McGregor never wanted to wrestle anybody. He didn't want to do jiu-jitsu shit. McGregor wanted to fight with MMA gloves on. You know what I mean? So I think there would be a market for that. There's people who don't want to see any kind of groundwork at all. There's people who don't like that shit. So yeah, I think there's a market for everything we're talking about here tonight.
You just sat here and said the right guy hasn't promoted bare knuckle MMA. Conor McGregor already halfway owns BKFC. Why not? Like, he's in a position that if he really wanted to do it and put a little bit of money behind it, he could probably. It's legal in Mississippi right now. When Jorge and them do their events, they do it in Mississippi.
I think Conor McGregor likes bare knuckle the best. Well, obviously he invested. You know, I think Conor McGregor likes bare knuckle better than all of them. I think that's where his heart and mind is. You know.
I mean, if you say, "Hey, who's the two top guys to bring bare knuckle MMA to fruition?" Jorge's already doing it, so he's one.
He's trying.
I think Conor has a good. Again, he's got to get out of the UFC and kind of separate himself from the UFC. I think if he wants to do that,
I don't even know if he's allowed to do that yet because he thinks he's fighting on some White House cards. So is he under contract with the UFC? Is he not under contract with the UFC?
No, he's still under contract.
The bare knuckle fight? Does Dana White want to cut? There's so many weird things going on.
My opinion, based on everything that we heard before and everything that kind of went public the other day, the whole pinky toe being broken, we don't know what's going on. Maybe the fight's canceled. Maybe it's not canceled. Before they finally pulled the plug on McGregor Chandler was because he dipped off from DFSI, Drug Free Sport International, as they were trying to collect samples, and he made his whereabouts unknown, and that's a violation. So he's he's still suspended.
And that's the other thing. And that's the other thing. I've heard Conor McGregor say he's going to fight again like 8 times in the last 3 years. You know, you're the boy who cried wolf at this point. Like, it's maybe the White House. That might be some motivating factor, but you say you're fighting, but then you don't. But then you are, but then you're not. It's like you're the boy who cried wolf at this point.
I thought he couldn't. I thought he wasn't able to fight on the White House card anymore.
No, he is. It's suspension. It's retroactive. That's what all the bullshit with them fighting. That's why he didn't fight. They said, look, you're going to end up with a suspension. You're going to get suspended. And then it's kind of just been hush-hush. Nobody said anything. And then they just had the thing the other day. But it's retroactive to, I think, June of last year.
Well, and here's
he's done in March. He's done in March.
I know Dana White knows the world will be watching. This is a huge fucking thing. You want Conor McGregor on that card. Conor McGregor still to this day sells.
Conor's got 2 fights left on his contract. He could very possibly look, I'll come back to the White House, make the White House card one of the biggest ever, and maybe you let me out of my last fight. I could see him doing a bare knuckle fight.
What did Conor McGregor ask for? 20 million, 30 million, 100 million. He said 100 million and 100 VIP tickets.
No, he's also said 100 million for the rest of the card. Said a 200 million card.
All I know is the card would go on just fine without Conor McGregor. But as a fan, if Conor McGregor takes it seriously and he wants to fight one more time, I would also like to see that. So it's not ruined if he's not on it, but yeah, I would like to see that, and I feel like there's a lot of people in the world that would think the same way that I do on that one. This is your last chance to see like Ali. You know, Conor McGregor was a big deal back in the day. He's still, he's went a little crazy since then, but he was a big deal.
There's not a lot of people that are going to be able to do. Sean O'Malley thought, You know what
Not
I'm saying?
even
And then
close. Not
We'll
even
call him.
close. And I
We'll,
like Sean O'Malley. I like Sean
we'll
O'Malley.
relate
Not
him.
even close to
We'll
McGregor.
relate McGregor more to Tyson.
McGregor
And
was a big
Ali.
deal. The way,
no,
dude, the
are
way
we,
he.
no. We're talking. Bill's talking. Maybe not. We're not talking stacked
No,
up
I just
skill
meant
for skill.
crazy. I'm just meant craziness.
What's
I mean,
that?
as far as
Oh,
promotion,
no,
yeah,
no.
no. Listen, no, I know what Dill's saying. Tyson was a nut. McGregor was a nut.
yeah.
Oh
yeah.
no,
Well, yeah,
Dana
sure, I
White
feel
is
that.
Dana White has cut people for such minute like shit that wasn't even a big deal. And then Conor McGregor stormed the fucking Barclays Center and threw a dolly through a bus window, and he hurt a fighter and forced him off the card. And Dana White was like, boys will be boys.
Crazy.
What the fuck are you talking about? Dude, who was it? It wasn't Joanna Jacek. He threw the dolly through the bus. It wasn't Brian Battle. Who the
It
fuck
was
was it?
it was Michael Chiesa and Rose
Yeah.
Namajunas, and I kind of caught so much shit on the internet because I'm like, look, chick, you may be the softest, most sweetest girl ever who was grown up and innocent, and I get it. Like you never been in that type of situation. You are a professional cage fighter. You get locked in the cage and you try and remove another human being from consciousness. So please
Dude.
don't sit here. Oh, I was terrified. And
But
you're getting
but
groomed by Pat Barry. Shut the
dude,
fuck up.
Dana didn't cut that guy. Listen, I feel if I do that, if I go down to the bus station in Lancaster right now and throw a dolly through a window and put stitches on someone, I feel like I'm going to jail. That's just a guess. I'm just guessing, but I think so. I'm pretty
Look,
sure it's the rule.
was it wrong? Yes. Do I condone the shit that he did? No, it was kind of stupid. But at the end of the day,
He got away with the whole thing.
I will say this.
Then he gets
Find
suspended.
you someone.
Yeah,
Look, why,
nobody
let's
cared.
go back though. Hold on. Let's go back though, Bill. There was already this fucking Russian whatever beef, right? So find yourself a friend. Find yourself a friend that's going to get in the fucking G5 with the homies, fly across an ocean, and come break in somewhere and risk his shit and throw a bus dolly at the window because he roughed up your boy 20 hours ago.
Okay, but bro,
That's what I mean. That's kind of where I look at it too. That's some G shit right there.
That is very true as well.
Hear me out. He was on cocaine. He was all hyped up on cocaine.
And sometimes when you take cocaine, allegedly, that type of shit happens.
This is
that
also
type of shit
true.
happens allegedly. It's okay.
Oh wait.
Everything we're
you wanna
getting
hear-
at is also true right now.
Price, you wanna know another this is groundbreaking shit for this show. Now that we're talking about like
We were
behind the
supposed to
scenes
talk
shit.
about rules for like the last 45 minutes, and we've just been on this tangent of whatever. So
Oh no, we're just
powered by
bullshit.
ADHD and autism. It's all right.
Yeah. I got extratism tonight. You want to know something that I heard from a very reputable source, and it did surprise me, but it kind of makes sense. I don't know if I should say this on there. Oh God, don't say it. Okay, there is a very famous Frenchman. Could be in Canada somewhere. I am very big fan of his. Excellent fighter, technically sound. Certain stuff will only help you so much. You still need to train like a madman. You need to be obsessed. And this French Canadian is one of the best fighters I've ever seen in my entire life. I heard that he had some help from a very reputable source. And looking back at some of his pictures online, okay, I see what they were talking about. That's not completely out of the realm, and they were very reputable. So, yeah, Conor McGregor was coked out, and there may have been somebody else.
The
along
headline's
the way
going
that
to
helped.
read: former UFC ref says George St. Pierre was on.
No,
the
no. I did not say that. It's not what I said.
That's how I took it.
That's okay. Well, the
Hey,
internet's wrong.
speaking of Canadians, did you see your boy Mike Malott? Mike Malott's first ranked Canadian welterweight since Rory McDonald.
He kicked Kevin Holland's dick a bunch. Yeah,
Allegedly.
I've been reading about that.
Allegedly.
I got my own feelings on Kevin Holland.
You must feel some type of way about Mike Malott too, because you didn't want to shake his hand.
Shut up! That was an accident.
Bill, you're right. You still with us, buddy? Are you getting ready to go to sleep, or what's up?
I'm just a little tired. I had a long, hard training week.
Hard training week. It's only
Hey, that's
Wednesday.
that's a hell of a piano you got in the background there, Dill.
Yeah, still broken. Still
I love
getting
I love it.
repairman said it's a very hard job.
Dealing the
I
pin
am
pad.
String.
But anyway, where the hell was I? Oh yeah, Mike Malott, good dude. But yeah, apparently he kicked Kevin Holland in the dick or something. Kevin Holland, stop being friends with everybody. Stop high-fiving all the time. Stop hugging on everybody. Stop talking. Just fight somebody. Fight them hard. But yes, I saw Mike Malott kicked him in the dick. And again, much apologies. I'm like, oh, you know where I first found out? My daughter showed me that shit. They're like, Dad, you're on TikTok. I'm like, what? There's me icing Mike Malott. I'm like, oh God. Like, and there's no audience members there. It's
You know
just
what?
me.
It
It's
would
just
have
me
went
and
one
Greg yelling
way.
at me.
It would have went one way, but like Mike Malott goes to shake his hand, Bill just kind of turns and uber professional Bill. And,
No, I
and
didn't
what
see
made it
him.
worse, the insult to injury was Mike Malott goes,
He shakes the head. And he put
Bro,
the
that's
song
you
on
that
his
should've-
timeline. Dill, you know that song that goes, oh no, oh no, oh no, 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 no.
yeah.
Whatever that TikTok song was that you young
I
kids
do.
play. Yeah, he's like shaking. And CM Punk and the announcer made, I didn't even know until my daughter showed me. It's pretty funny. I look pretty stupid.
I don't think you were the one that looked dumb.
Oh, really? I hope not.
Yeah, no, it's the other
Yeah,
guy.
look.
The other guy.
No, you were 100% professional. But if anybody, I can
Yeah,
attest.
don't, dude, Dill. Even when we were in, even when I refed you, if you won, don't shake my hand in front of everybody. Like right in everybody sees us. Like, don't do that.
Truth is, guys,
Yeah.
look, Bill was very professional. He probably
I
saw
tried.
Mike a lot, but it was unprofessional, and he just didn't want to do it because it's very unprofessional. And I can attest to this. You can hang out with Bill before or after an event, and he was the coolest guy to hang out with, and he would swap stories with you, and you may catch him and Andre Arlovsky and Clay Guida just kicking it somewhere at a hotel bar.
Dude, I had fighters that were so happy to win, they tried to hug me. After they won, like I raised their hand as a winner, they went to hug me. It was only 2 or 3, but I'm like, what the fuck, dude, bro? Stop it. Like, do you realize,
later, bro. Later. At the bar, at the hotel,
these
later.
people, they don't separate me and the judges. He could have gone and hugged me. The ref
fucking lynched
wanted
me in the
him.
parking lot. Get away from me.
They'd be like, oh, the ref wanted this guy to win. He hugged him. I'm like, I don't even talk to the judges, bro. I'm just saying, like, I thank God when a fight goes to decision so that if it's fucked up, it's not my fault. I didn't even talk to these cats, and there's still people in the comments blaming me for some weird shit.
So
But
about the
whatever.
5 judges, I have a question.
What's up? No, say that again.
How do you feel about like an AI judge included somewhere?
Oh, no,
somewhere?
that's some demon magic you kids came up with. I don't even understand what that is.
Well,
AI, what the
basically
I
it would just
I get
it would just track punches.
But wouldn't it still make mistakes?
I mean,
You're already doing that, though.
yeah.
No,
There's
but
that
no,
kind of
but
order.
what
the AI would track it would be able to use like every camera angle, would see everything from every angle, and it would track each punch. It would track like impact. You know what I mean? It would see like the transfer of energy.
But how would AI register impact?
Like movement, like when the shock of the punch. You know what I mean? The force.
I feel like there's
like
no perfect way.
What
I
is
think
it?
before we do AI, hold on.
the-
Before
what-
we implement AI
velocity,
in anything, can
how
we
fast your
adjust
head moves?
our
how fast the
scoring
punch
system?
stops.
Our scoring system is a 10-point must system designed for a sport that isn't as complex. I respect
In
the
only
art
a
of
3-round
boxing.
fight, that doesn't work. In
I
only a
think-
3-round fight, that doesn't work.
Yeah. Well, it
No,
does.
I
It's
won a
just not
fight before.
consistent.
Garrett, I won a fight before when Pennsylvania was brand new in Pennsylvania. I fought Darnell Hayes here in Lancaster. In the first 2 rounds, I outpositioned him. I won. You know, I had the better position, a big round, but I didn't do a lot of damage. The 3rd round, that guy beat the dog shit out of me. And it should have been scored at 10-7. It should have been stopped, but it should have been scored at 10-7. But they still scored it at 10-9. It was like the most vicious round you've ever seen in your life. This guy beat the fucking dog shit out of me. I don't know that AI or any of this other stuff, like, it's still so imperfect no matter what happens.
What I'm
The
saying
10-point
is-
must.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I see
let's.
what you're saying.
How about we get away from the 10? Okay, I respect the science of boxing.
To do what?
And I
To do what? You need more
listen.
rounds.
Let me get my. Hold up. I understand. I respect the science of boxing. But as far as a fight is concerned, it is only one. I don't want to say it's one dimensional, but it's only one piece of MMA is a complicated multi-piece puzzle, right? So boxing is its own entity over here. Like, I don't feel that our score, cool, use it at the beginning. It's something to base off of. I think we should have got away from the 10-point must system.
I think
they just changed the definition of damage. So now you have to have 6 paragraphs of information. And if you bother to pay attention to even read the rules, you understand, like, it goes from this to this. If it's not this, it's this. So they're trying to, kudos to the rules committee. They're trying to tighten it up, but let's do something else, guys.
What about the fact that what about the fact that in boxing you can knock somebody out drop somebody and guarantee yourself a 10-8 round, drop them again and get a 10-7. You could lose a close round, drop somebody twice, and now you're winning.
There's not going to be a perfect way, though. There's not going to be a perfect way.
So we could take stuff from that, though.
Even with AI, like Nate Diaz could beat the shit out of somebody for 4 minutes and then get jabbed once and his eye cut open, pretty damaged, because that's just who he is. You know, he gets fucked up. He bleeds pretty easy.
Yeah, but AI wouldn't just look at that. You would program it to look at whatever you wanted, not just visual damage.
But isn't blood and damage like the biggest thing?
Well, that's the biggest thing to humans, because that's what we see. But to the AI would be looking at things like how fast this punch stops and how fast your head moves, and it would look at actual impact.
You can also combine that. They've already got now the mouthpieces with the trackers and the heart rate monitors. You've got impact trackers that you can get for your gloves. You have punch count trackers you can get for your gloves. We're not far away from smart glove, like full smart gloves, full smart.
Okay. But here's the deal. Not too far after they started everything you're just saying right now, there would be a fight where you clearly saw a guy win, but all the stats that you're talking about would go towards the other guy. So I just don't think there's a perfect way.
I mean, have that now.
There's definitely not a perfect way, but I think a good start would be 5 judges. And I think we need this. Another good thing would be figuring out how to make the 10-8 rounds and 10-7 rounds more obtainable. Like a close finish should be a 10-8. A good knockdown should be a 10-8, like almost guaranteed.
I think they are, though. I think they are. I think if you're in there MMA, I think I'll just talk MMA.
It's not as.
I'm almost positive if you knock a guy down with a solid shot, and this is from a respected judge that we all know, he says the knockdown is worth a lot.
Yeah, but I mean a 10-8. I mean like guaranteed 10-8. It's like just like boxing.
But can you sit there and go, okay? You got to take into consideration the glove difference too, because how the shots are taken and thrown.
But in an MMA fight, if you're winning the round and you knock him down, I think you're going to get a 10-8. I think pretty much all Pennsylvania judges give you a 10-8.
But what about if I'm losing the whole round, then I knock him down?
Don't you think that should be a 10-9? Isn't the 10-9 enough because you lost most of the round? But then, yes, you knocked him down. You did more of the damaging thing. Say he was like kind of laying, praying on you, just not doing a whole lot.
Yeah, you can't have your cake and eat it too. If you're down and you get the knockdown,
the value is hey.
But it's
the value is hey. I was going to score that round for the other guy.
There needs to be
knocked him down.
There needs to be
you get a 10-9.
I would say there needs to be a -1 standard of some sort. So like a close finish where like the ref has to take a step in and get close and like really fucking like be careful about stopping it or not should be an automatic point or -1. You know what I mean? Like it's a 10-8 round. The ref was in there making sure it's a knockdown, so to say.
But
like
I think you get that. I think you get that though. I think most judges, if you're winning the round and you knock him down,
you don't see 10-8 rounds that often, man.
Really?
You don't. Yeah, it's not very much. It's really, really rare.
Yeah, I haven't watched as dedicated as much as I was last year. I'm seeing it implemented more, and I'm seeing people on the ground, or people on the ground from the official side are saying, "Hey, that I've talked to, they're encouraging us to explore the option of using a 10-8 more," I think is how they word it.
Yes,
they're not telling them to give more 10-8s. They're saying, hey, keep this in mind that 10-8s are an option and you can use them.
Yes, I think that needs to be a thing. But there should be some sort of standard where, like in boxing, a knockdown is -1. If you knock the guy down back, you're both even. Whoever wins the round outboxes the other guy minus the knockdowns. So like
Dude,
MMA should be the same type of standard somehow, some way. I feel like that would help.
I had this conversation with our favorite MMA judge a bunch of times. We went to shows together and back a lot of times. Just we both rode together and shit like that. I think he was pretty. I think he would give you a 10-8 on that. Like he counted knockdowns a lot if you were in control of the round, not if you were making a comeback from being like laying prayed or something like that. If you were really dominating the round, I don't know. I don't know what one knockdown. Okay, I think one knockdown and some like I'm talking a serious knockdown, not just like some flash.
Yeah, like a good fucking
a
knockdown.
Unfortunately, he would never comment on this until he was done refereeing, but I feel like he would give you a 10-8 for that. But yeah, I do feel that maybe.
Or
I think some people try and step too out of pocket, and there was a couple judges down in Florida that were giving 10-8s for like.
Which honestly, I'd rather have that than what we're talking about. Like the 10-point must system isn't the problem. The problem is giving like the loser doesn't always get 9 points is the problem of the round. Like you were explaining, like
dude, I'm so glad I'm not in charge of anything.
Like a 10-9 round looks so different than a 10-9 round, which like you could have a really close round. It's a 10-9 round. You could beat the fuck out of somebody for 5 minutes and get a 10-9 round. You know what I mean? It's not like crazy where it's like, but it's clearly you dominating him, and it should be a 10-8, but obviously it's hard to get a 10-8.
What you used to think about the old Pride rules? 10-minute first round, 5-minute second round.
I think that's good. I think that's a great way to.
Is that better than what we have?
I don't know. I don't want to say better than what we have, but I feel like better a solution, so to say. Like,
well, I think what it was, if correct me if I'm wrong, it was a 10-minute first round, 5-minute second round, and if it went to decision, the judges just scored the fight on a hole. Who they felt.
I think that's.
I thought there was the third round. Wait, no. What happened to the 5-minute?
I think that was right.
Yeah,
it was 10-5, and then they scored the whole fight or something.
No,
like that.
No, hold on. Let me jam it.
Were the title fights like not like overtime? That's a bad way to say it.
10-minute first round, followed by 2 5-minute rounds with 2-minute breaks in between each round.
Oh shit!
Is that a better way?
I don't know if it's a better way, but I think longer rounds would more accurately depict a winner for everybody.
Yeah, like I said, bro.
Because cardio.
As a referee, do I stand it up quicker, or do I let it go longer because there's more time?
Oh, let it go. I mean, stand it up the same. If they're not working, they're not working. Nothing
Dude,
changes.
Joe Rogan has gone on record and said that he wishes the MMA was like once it hit the ground, if you couldn't get up, tough. Like, as a referee, I couldn't stand up. Like I don't know that I
kind of
like
agree
that.
with that. I kind of agree with it from like a fight aspect. You know what I mean? But then the entertainment value is going to suck.
Yeah. I don't know that I would like that as a fan. You know?
It's hard to say too, because like stalling is stalling. Like you can be wrestling and be on top of somebody winning, and you're still getting points against you if you're not doing shit. So, it's hard to say. I don't know if I agree with that. Like you can definitely stall on top of somebody. So
well, then I guess then the onus. I don't know if fan. I see what Joe Rogan is saying. I understand the point.
If they're not stalling, yeah. If they're like working, which like that's already a thing. If you're working, you're working. So I don't know. It's hard. I don't know if I can get down with that. You gotta work. You gotta be working. It's just like if we're on our feet and I'm running the whole time. Like no, you gotta engage.
Dude, that was always one of my hardest calls. Like I never wanted to take a position from you guys, you know, and I tried to beg and plead. And like even before in the rules meeting, before we all went out, I would say, coaches, if you see me getting close to the fight, that means I'm not like if I'm all the way across the ring or if I'm like 8 steps back, that means your guy's doing great. What the hell would I need to be close for? It's either I'm going to stop the fight or you guys stalling. I'm like, I'm going to give you one time and be like, okay, fighters, I need action. I'm going to step back for a couple seconds. And if it stays the same, I'm going to step in and say, fighters, I need more action. Second warning. I'm going to step back. Not as far this time. As a coach, you better be going fucking crazy. Telling your dude, posture up. Do work. Damn it. Like, because if I warned you twice, close the distance. I told your coach before the fights what was going to happen. And you still just want to lay there on top of the dude, I have to stand you up.
We all know. Unless it's like your first amateur fight. Maybe your second. But even then, you know what. you got to stay busy. Like, yeah.
Yeah, well, I would tell him. I would tell him in the locker room. I'm like, you know what stalling looks like. Your coaches know what stalling looks like. The other corner knows what stalling looks like, and I know what stalling looks like.
The fans are going to be the first ones
Yes.
to tell
Yes,
us
the
what
fans
stalling
are
looks
vicious.
like. So we're all going to know when there's no activity.
Yes. I felt that was fair.
Straightforward.
Yeah, dude. Did you know the athletic commission wanted the amateur fights that were only 2-2-2? And I get this. He didn't want me giving you guys a long window at all. He's
Yeah,
like,
makes
if it's 10, 15 seconds, they're not doing something. He's like, you're not helping them getting it. And this is why I say he cares.
That should be even pro, man. 10, 15 seconds of not working. It's like a warning, like, yo, work. Another couple
that
seconds.
would be a quick
and
that
then
would be a quick trigger finger.
That should be how it is, though. Like, you really shouldn't be able to stall, in my opinion. Like, coming from wrestling.
Here is way back in my day when I was doing my thing. Here's why I say Greg did care, but he wanted you guys to get better. He's like, they don't get anything if they just come out here and lay on somebody. Like, they have to be fighting.
Yeah.
So in the amateur 2-2-2 fights, I would have like a 15-second window to stand you guys up.
That makes perfect sense.
Yeah, right. And that's what he cared about. He wanted you guys getting better. He wanted you guys to be, better at the sport, not just learn to lay on somebody. So, I mean, he was good about that. And I think I did a pretty good job explaining it a bunch in the rules meeting prior. And I think everybody just kind of
shouldn't even have to.
No.
I know. But
there's guys that are nervous as fuck out there, and they get their first takedown, and they just freeze.
Yeah, no.
And they don't do a fucking thing. I'm like,
I'm well aware.
Yeah. They're just so scared to do anything, and they just lay on top. I'm like, come on, man. Like, I don't want to take this from you.
Yeah, like you earned this. This is where you're safe and comfortable.
Yeah. Yes, you are correct. The judges think you're winning the fight right now, but you have to do something. You can't just lay here.
When you got to look at,
force my hand.
I don't like the fact. I don't think the fact. And again, this was when I was training and I was getting ready to try and do AMI fights. The way that they have the amateur rule sets, I think it hinders guys. Like, I think
they're getting better.
They are, and again, it has improved from what I've seen from when I was, definitely from back in Bill's day. From you, like, for the longest time, it was you get a guy on the ground. Well, we're talking they didn't even have advanced AMI when I was I was training. You know what I'm saying? So there was no advanced AMI yet. So it was shin guards. It was get a guy down and you can't hit him in the face. Well, like what? And I mean, yes, it allows you to work on other parts of your game, but I don't think it does these guys justice. Now,
No. But listen. Pennsylvania did good, bro. No, Pennsylvania did good with that advanced amateur shit. They did good.
When they did that, yes. No, that's what I'm saying. You're talking
now.
But before that, it was them trying to figure it out a little bit on what to let the AMIs do, what not to let the AMIs do.
I don't think anything changed in PA. Actually, thinking about it, it's still the advanced just the normal rules. 3 minutes, no head kicks.
Bro, I'll tell you this, and hear me out.
Advanced is no head kicks?
No head kicks in PA. I don't think. Jersey.
For what, amateur MMA?
Yeah, for the advanced MMA.
No head kicks. We
Jersey,
protect the shit out of your head.
Yeah, in Jersey, you can head kick to the end.
Okay.
Virginia, you can head kick. Delaware, I think you can head kick.
Delaware, yeah.
Jersey had this weird thing for years. I think it's different now, but it was either an all-pro or an all-AMI show. Like, I would do Lou Negley or Ring of Combat, and there was no amateur fights. It was just all pro.
Yeah, I don't know. It might still be the same, honestly, in Jersey. I don't know.
Well, look at Maryland. Maryland had they had pro MMA for years, no amateur MMA.
Yes, that is correct. Here in Pennsylvania, back when it first started, the promoter had to have 2 professional fights on a card. Now, Greg or Ed Kunkel and other people have mentioned that's not a thing. I think you can do an all amateur fight card here now.
Yeah. Okay.
I guess maybe my only guess could be is they want more promotions because it is hard to make money at that stuff. And there's a lot of overhead.
It's just getting bigger now. It's harder to you can't
stifle it as much. They're realizing more opportunity. They're self-funded. The more opportunities, the more sales, the better they do that year.
Listen, I saw a lot of fight promotions over the years crash, like go down. You know what I mean? And people lost a lot of money, like a lot of money. But there were people who have continued on through the years. CFFC, Rob Haydak is one of them. Mike Vickings is one of them. And they seem to be doing really well with their shit. Dave Feldman, obviously, I saw a lot of people crash and burn. There were only a couple people that survived that shit. That's a hard business. Fighters canceling on you, costing you money, fucking everybody and their brother trying to get in for free. Like being a promoter is tough deal.
Yes, it's always fun. Having done it a few times myself,
It does not look fun.
Fun.
And then,
You know how they
got a guy
say
like
easy
Greg
peasy
yelling at
lemon
you.
squeezy? You know how they say easy peasy lemon squeezy? Fight promotion is difficult, lemon, difficult.
Yes. And then you have a guy like Greg Serb yelling at you.
and everybody makes the walk, gets respect, but some of these guys shouldn't get punched in the head no more.
Oh my God! I refereed some of the most lopsided fights. That I appreciate the amateur program for that, bro. Oh my God! I refereed some guys that should have not been in there, and the other opponent could have really hurt them really bad. And a lot of times they were nice. Like it did not hurt the disadvantage to it. The amateur fights in Pennsylvania, while mild on the rules, kind of necessary. You know.
Yeah.
We got some real killers, and we got some people that are very not that way.
We've rambled on for 90 minutes, Bill. I think it's time to I'm gonna pay the bills here real quick, and then I'm gonna cut it to you guys. I will say for posterity, our friends over at Wolf Auction present their Southern PA online timed auction. Starts 10:25, 9 a.m. and ends 11/4/25 at 10 a.m. For more information, wolfsauctions.com. Good people over there. If you need some equipment, vehicles, anything, and you're in our area or not in our area, they do international stuff or national stuff as well. And of course, our fresh roasted specialty grade MMA themed coffee, our merch, our sponsored fighter merch, and more. The all new ChkM8MMA.com. ChkM8 MMA is live. Full episodes on ChkM8 MMA on YouTube. Clips available. ChkM8 MMA on all socials, and get us wherever you're at there. And exclusive interviews over on millions.co. More coming on that later. With all that being done, bills are paid. Bill Bookwalter. We gonna see you next week, buddy?
Yeah, week off. Yeah. I'm on my week off next week. Yep.
Bill, we got anybody special next week? What's up, buddy?
I could get a couple guys from the gym on. I could get Joey on for sure. We're both fighting November 1st.
Yeah, we talked to anybody. Dude, I love people with upcoming fight. I just never want to fuck with their training schedule, you know?
We could get well, next week should be pretty easy for us, but I'll be able to get him on.
Caleb Alger, we can get him. He's checking us out on Instagram. He's got merch with us.
Well, I just didn't want people to be like, I didn't want people to be like, I was going so good with my training and weight cut, and then I did that show and everything went to hell.
No, the shows, this is easy.
All right. Now, if it's easy for them and they want to talk.
Yeah, cool. I'll talk to him and see if he wants to do it. And there's always Mitt Batty, Anna Palumbo too. You probably get her on. She lost her opponent, and she's still trying to get a replacement, but it's not looking great at this point. Week and a half out. So
boxing, where she was going to do the boxing with you guys.
Yeah, she was boxing with us, but her opponent hurt her shoulder. So
Caleb Alger trains up there at Tactical Combat Academy with our buddy Elijah Harris under Coach Josh Hummer. Just hit us up on Instagram. He said he would love to come on. We've got merch with him. Good dude, solid dude. Cage Gilla champion just won the strap, so we'll have him on. Caleb, I'll hit you up, buddy. We'll reach out in the near future. We'll get you locked in here on a Wednesday at 9 p.m. So you let me know. I'll hit you up with the IG messages. Dill, you got anything else? I guess we'll talk to you next week. Get ready for boxing November 1st.
Yeah, we got boxing November 1st, so we'll.
No, I think I'm gonna be down to see you, man. I think I'm coming down to that, dude.
Sounds good, man. Yeah, right at Valley Forge, Saturday, November 1st. Should be a good event. I was looking on there. There's a couple decent.
Well, that's a Bickings promotion, right? He's cross promoting.
Yeah, with
they normally throw tickets up on VetTix. So one way or another, I think I'll be down.
I believe so.
And that's my daughter. That's my daughter's birthday. I told you I want her to get a chance to meet you and stuff. So
sounds good.
All right, bro.
Well,
all right. I'll holler at you guys next week. Everybody, till then, peace out.